been quite an eventful morning getting over to the boat this morning. We were, there was a car crash in front of us, so we stopped and helped, so it delayed us a little bit. Thankfully everyone was okay then. So the plan today is frames. So I'm taking out the old steel screws that we put in temporarily, and we're going to replace them with stainless ones.
How are you cutting that?
So we seem to run out of, lost all the Stanley knives, but I've seen this on TikTok as a hack. So literally you just tape a blade, because then you can pull it and it just slides down and just cuts.
It's quite good, that.
So yeah, because even like with a knife you can't get the angle in, can you? So
You're like a razor blade gasket scraper.
yeah, no, but we can't find one of them either. That's worked quite well. So I'm just cleaning off all the excess.
Did you do that?
I don't think I was here when these planks got fitted, dear, because otherwise they might have been a bit cleaner.
Right, so while Gemma's scraping the excess ooze that's dried, congealed ooze, it's not very good, is it, Gem?
No.
No. So I'm going to be doing just the tops of these frames here, and then we're going to paint all this, and then we're going to hopefully do some frames.
One problem we always have on this boat, and it's having enough wood. So Simon's cutting out all the scarf joints, and I've just been down to assess the stock of the wood. So these are going in the 3-piece laminates, and we've got about 3 that we can do today because all the other bits are too short, and then we're going to have to go back and process some more wood. Pain.
But we've got a good planer now, so it's fine. Right, so I've done 1, 2, 3 already. So I'm going to hit these 2 here now. And I've also done that, and then Gemma could do her favourite job in the world, can't you, Gemma?
Yeah.
What's your favourite job in the world?
Painting this boat. I anti-fouled another boat the other day for the team fishing boat. That was a pain, trying to anti-foul a boat on a trailer, on a cold floor. Don't mind doing either.
Somebody used me punch for opening some sicker. Kind of got stuck.
Well, it wasn't me.
Might have been me.
That's my cue to leave when copper nails start flying. Bye.
Is that kettle okay?
The kettle?
Yeah.
I'll go and check.
Okay.
It's the boat time. Whee. I also need to get outside, and there's a lot of obviously planks that are still raw. I need to do some sanding and stuff and get a coat of primer on them quite soon. It's just too cold. Go and have some dinner while that dries. So we're still really struggling with power because today's the first day we've seen any sun for about 2 weeks. And the batteries are 4 years old now, and they're just not holding charge like they used to.
I have to stand here because I'm actually currently fueling up the generator. But it takes that long to fuel it because we've got a little pump. I'll show you. We've got a little pump down here. That's connected to the 12-volt battery on the generator, and it takes the fuel from our filling station. So it's basically drawing from this big tank here, open this valve, from that valve there, down the pipe, through 3 filters, through the pump and then into the tank.
So we've got 5 frames that we are scarfed and ready for new frames in. Might only have enough wood for 4 of them. So this is the last of our 3 pile stock. So let's measure it all up, see what can do what. There's some really strange noises today on the boat.
Yeah, it's a bit windy. It's not like jam or anything, it's something like vibrating on the outside. I think it's a strap, but fine. You get used to all these noises, don't you, after a while? When the wedge goes in, it gets stuck. Beautiful.
I still love looking at our deckhead. So there's 2 small bits of frames that we're doing, and we can actually do that in a solid piece because it's only small and it's quite straight at that point in the hull. So that's good. We're just one actual piece of laminate shy of being able to do number 1. So 4 instead of 5. And I've looked around the boat thinking I might be able to find a spare one somewhere, and I can't. So we definitely need to go and process some more laminated frame material. We've got loads of 5 pieces, but they're all for the web frames, which are a lot more bendier. Saving power today. Right then, time for one of our other favourite jobs, getting the epoxy out. So the epoxy's been warming by the radiator all day. It's nice and fluid. We had a lovely viewer called Gerben reach out to say he wanted to make us 2 new cleats. You know, because we've been really struggling to find the same cleats that we've got, and with 2 missing. But one of the lads from the boatyards messaged the other day saying he's found some in the shop, and the shop is closing down and they're going really cheap. And when I say cheap, I mean like 50 quid each, because loads of people have sent us links for like 6 of them. That's like 1,200 quid. So we've got Robbo on the mission today because the shop is close to Robbo. So hopefully by the end of today, we will have in our possession, well, not our possession, but Robbo's possession, 2 new matching cleats.
4?
4? Yeah. Oh, it's 4, isn't it?
4, yeah. You may as well buy all 4.
You may as well buy all 4, yeah, you need spares. So yeah, so that should solve the cleat issue that we had, which is good.
But yeah, Gerben was actually going to cast some for us.
Yes. So
and he actually designed some based off the pictures that we put online. He designed it in CAD, didn't he?
Yeah, and then we 3D printed them out.
And amazingly, so close, like nobody would have ever noticed. You know, but so right at the last minute, we've actually found some of the basically identical ones, but brand new. Well, they look brand new on the picture anyway. So yeah, thank you very much, Gerben, anyway, for all of your efforts.
Yeah.
But
if all else fails, we've got some plastic 3D printed ones we can use.
Yeah, use them anyway. To get a knot to get it. That's it.
You'd think these would be like quite easy, wouldn't you? But obviously, because we haven't got the stringers there to guide them, and it's quite a curvy part of the boat, it's quite a.
Yeah, we can't hit directly from the top, can we?
No.
That's what we normally do.
We just bang them down. So you think it'd be easier because the area is so open, but it's a bit harder actually, isn't it?
Yeah, it is difficult.
Or is it just because it's a different way compared to what we're usually working? This cake, but it's hammering and pushing, doesn't it?
Have you got dry gloves?
No.
It's got a bit of wear, man, hasn't it?
Everything we own's covered in epoxy.
Yeah, it'll be sticky in a couple of days. Cool. Right, so what's your problem?
For some reason, that piece of wood's in the way.
You put that there.
I don't know, but I'm sure it wasn't in the way when we done our measurements, so let's get this off.
Well, we've basically gone 120mm up, haven't we?
So the reason we've gone up compared to what the original frames were is to give something extra for the plywood on the outside to screw to when we renew it.
What, we renew now, are we?
Well, didn't want to really keep it. I got that piece of wood off, but I was that quick, the camera missed it. Oh, there it is. Don't you love it when you snap a drill bit?
Yeah.
I haven't got many of them left.
No, we have. Somebody out of our Amazon list bought us some.
Oh, cool.
Yes, so thank you so much for that. We'll find a new one. Now, dedicated drill bit drawer.
Oh, you've got loads you can snap.
Better. You got it?
Yeah, oozage. There might be a lot of people at home thinking that screw's going to stick out massively outside.
Yeah, and catch the fishy in the eyes. But that's going into the exhaust at the moment, so we're only using steel screws at the moment to pull it all tight as normal. We'll take them all out and replace them with stainless or nails. We're going to be replacing them with stainless because they're going into the exhaust. But then the rest of them will be nails because obviously. So what we do is just use this just to level them, even though it's pretty level to be honest with you. And then we know like along this line here where all these screws are, we know where the exhaust is, so I'm just going to put another one there just to super pull it. Okay, so what we normally do at this point is go outside and put a screw through where the original copper nail was, but we haven't got any original copper nails there because all these planks are new. So, because we need to snug it in a bit here, it's still got a bit of curve to adapt to. So I think what we're going to do is drill through this and then screw into our new planks.
And then when the weather gets nicer, we can take it out and put a copper nail there.
Yes.
Great idea. Whose idea was that?
Don't know. I just thought of it.
We also got bored of sticky hands and cameras, so we've actually done 2 little top frames as well. So they're in now.
Top of it. Let's see how long the drill bit is. Okay, so where's the biggest hole, Gemma?
The biggest gap,
The biggest
yeah,
gap
at the
is-
very top.
The
But
top. So
you
we
know
just
what
go-
you've got the issue with as well?
Yeah.
Is I'm sure this plywood's obviously comes in that way
Yeah.
more, so it's sort of kicking the frame back,
Yeah,
isn't it?
It'll come. So I'm going to go about. So we'll go for one here,
Okay.
and then we'll go one at the top.
I'm really not happy with this plank because obviously it wasn't planed nice, and
That's a factory saw cut, isn't it?
yeah, it looks all bumpy. Looks like it's 80 years old. Went for the authentic look, didn't we?
Yeah.
It's alright, you won't see it once all the room's in. Okay, that got you snug there.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to say one more through there.
This wood doesn't like drilling.
It's hardwood, that's why.
Yeah, it sort of smokes, even though it's not wet. You know?
Yeah. Beautiful. Okay, I just need to do my little clean up. Just fine now if I spend the time to sort of clean the epoxy up. There's a hell of a lot less sanding to do.
Right, so we've got an issue with this little generator that I built. So the issue is that there is the water pump or water pump pulley, which is connected to the water pump. So the bearings have gone in the water pump. It's not leaking. It's not doing anything daft. We did have a slight overheat the other day, which I noticed about. But to get, there's 4 different water pumps for this particular engine. So what you need to do is set the water pump off to find out which pump it is, because they've all got different thickness impellers. So right, let's pull this pump off. First job, I need to drain the coolant. So, it's not happy that, is it? Right, let's have a look on a little website we found the other day to try and identify which one it is.
There's 4 options on the Z482 water pump. One with a 10mm deep bolt impeller, one with a 15mm.
So the impeller on this one is 10mm.
Hold on, has it got 7 bolts or 5 bolts?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, so there's 4 options because there's 5 bolt ones as well. So 7 bolts is either going to be 10 or 15mm deep impeller.
Yeah, so it's 10.
3, and that is £70.
70 quid. It's the smallest engine we own.
2 in stock. Right, so that's both and on its way. But really, until that comes, we need the generator for the power because the batteries just aren't holding them at the minute.
No,
So
the batteries are rubbish. We basically bought big Victron batteries, but these are like 4 years ago. But they were very expensive. But we thought, buy Victron, it'll last forever. Obviously, they're only AGM batteries.
So, but also we couldn't continue the work anyway because we need to go and make some more frame material.
Yeah.
So we're going to go and do that. But also, we've got a little bit of a weather window to go out on our other boat. So, do you guys want to come with us on a little boat trip?
Well, we're basically on our training boats.
Yes.
So it's very similar characteristic to Sarinda, as I think we mentioned in the previous video, didn't we?
91 quid with postage and delivery and VAT and stuff. Sorry.
So yeah, I think we should take you guys and show you a bit of what we've been doing training wise.
But also what we've learned.
What we've learned, yeah. Because you can't just jump on this thing and take it out and park it up in a marina. No chance. Without some training.
Sarinda, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So we are in the background working towards that as well. So
Yeah.
let's go.
Right, so this is our training boat. It's a Tiara 3100 open. So we've got this boat quite a while back now, but we bought it with basically bent shafts, broken props, bent rudders. Yeah, so we got it quite cheap, so it's a perfect training vessel for us because it's twin. So twin forwards and backwards, slightly different to Sarinda because we've got our throttles which are separate to the gearboxes, which I quite like. So you just go full gearbox on idle because it goes quite fast on idle basically.
So we had a lot of problems with this boat, as well as obviously all the running gear being damaged. We had massive fuel issues and vibration issues. So it took us longer than what we thought to figure it all out and get it all fixed. But we've been in the water for over 12 months now, and we have gained so much more knowledge and experience being out at sea, which is something we really needed because we don't want to be spending years fixing Sarinda and then go, oh my god, how do you drive a 72-foot boat? So we thought we'd start off with something not too small but not too big. So it's about 34 foot.
So it's Sarinda twice the length.
So it's half the size of Sarinda, but it's a wide boat as well.
But you'll never be parking Sarinda in a little finger like this, will you? So, yeah.
The boat's been in the water now for over 12 months, and we are at Deganwy Marine, and we absolutely love it here as well. Like, everyone's so friendly, so helpful, the staff are great, but also the boating community here is lovely. There's always someone who'll help you out if you need a special tool or just need an extra assistance.
Fortunately, the engines are down here. Oh yeah. So, here we are, we've got two 8.2 litre Detroits, 300 horsepower each, makes propels the boat along to just shy of 30 knots, so quite a lot of power. Right, let's check the oil. Cool, on the full mark. Perfect. Check the water. Plenty in there. Antifreeze. I actually heard, right, If you accidentally drink antifreeze, you should drink whiskey to counteract it.
Let's not give out medical advice.
No, but
Yeah.
I said this to someone and someone went, no, that's wrong. But yeah, it sounds completely wrong, but is it true?
Just don't drink antifreeze, people.
Yeah, don't drink antifreeze unless you've got a big bottle of whiskey.
I wouldn't recommend drinking a big bottle of whiskey either though, so.
Yeah, plenty of water. So open the seacocks. Seacock, and then we'll fire up, I think. That's one. That's it. They haven't been run for 2 months. Easy. Right, let's go and check for water. V8s do sound good, don't they? Wah, 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 wah. We've actually done over 790 miles aboard this boat. It says there's basically a lot of training hours there, isn't there? Right, so we removed the canopy off the back, engines are going. Have you done the radio, Gem?
Yeah.
Gemma's done the radio.
It's a bit windy today.
You know Gemma's actually got a certificate for your radio, haven't you?
Yeah.
Very
So
good.
Richard said normal people today wouldn't go out, but we're taking this as a training exercise. It's a little bit windy.
Yeah, it's like borderline.
But we're gonna go because it's experience, so we need to put ourselves in these situations.
Yes.
We're going to learn.
Yep. So we've actually got Richard with us today as well, which is fantastic. He likes this sort of stuff. We've got some spectators.
Hello.
Stroke his beak, Gem. Alright, so leaving the berths, relatively easy. The wind's straight on the bow, so that's going to, the being straight on the bow is going to try and take the bow either side, so you're going to try and keep it into the wind. It's not really a problem leaving. Coming back in is going to be hard, so we've got like a lot of big fenders out, so that's what fenders are for. If you get blown somewhere, you can bump into stuff, so obviously we're going to try not to bump into stuff. So we've got Richard here, just in case there's a problem. Richard's so quick on the controls, trust me. Second nature. But unfortunately, I'm in control today, so... Richard's deckhand today, aren't you, Richard?
So what, sorry?
His deckhand.
Deckhand, yeah.
Deckhand. Oh, hang on, right, you always check your steering's in the middle. Yeah, it is.
In the middle.
Always check that your wheel's in the middle because we're going to be driving out on the engine, so if the steering was slightly cocked. Alright, Richard, you jump on that line there?
Are we going in and out of gear okay?
Yeah, I did that bit. I did that earlier, to be honest with you. So Richard's now untying the spring. So I'm going to nudge us forward. Yeah. Ready?
3. Stern to 3.
Right, we're now away. So turn it, Jim. Right, so the wind's now taking us round now. I'm doing nothing and we're turning. Oh, sort of crabbing ever so slightly. Keeping high up here. The wind will now bring us away from this. Always checking around, yeah. Making sure Richard's not watching.
gave you the measure how strong that wind was, didn't it?
Yeah, I did. You started to twitch on a little bit. Rushing in at the moment, and we've potentially got wind against tide as well. That's why it's a bit choppy. It's usually flat calm here, so I think it's going to be a bit bumpy when we get out there. But
what you're trying to say is there's no sensible people out today.
No, there's no one out. Even though the lives not out today. So just have a quick feel of the controls just while we're out. Just want to feel what the boat is doing. It's doing a lot of random things, to be honest with you.
So Richard's just given us some tasks to try and get next to the pontoon. Obviously the conditions aren't good. We've got wind from one way, we've got tide from the other. So just seeing how the boat handles. It's not the calmest out today, and she handles it really well.
Spin around here. We'll go fishing.
Yeah? I'd go fishing in this. Conway Castle.
Got loads, haven't you?
out in by Conway Castle and we're just doing a few manoeuvres. So Richard's asked to get the boat near that pontoon.
Wait half an hour, it'll come in.
Mooring a boat should always be boring. It should just be nice and slow, no sudden movements. Fall asleep here though.
Way to leave this pontoon. If you go forward and turn too sharp like that.
Yeah, signal hit.
So stern on the port and leave it in gear. Go on.
I don't like doing that.
Watch what happens. Go on.
So I stern on the port and leave it in gear.
Come on, just don't touch it.
Touch it.
It's Friday now, because it's like, you can see it getting closer and closer to yourself.
Deganwy, Butari, over.
Deganwy, go ahead.
Deganwy, Butari, are we clear to enter the marina? Over.
Yeah, all clear. Just be advised that there's a strong gust coming in from Sarinda, over.
Deganwy, Butari, many thanks, out. Strong gusts, don't we know it?
Alright, so the wind direction is still the same, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the wind's coming from the castle.
So in a minute, I'm going to go over there, give myself a bit of space to get turned here. Nice and steady. Blowing this way too much, so I'm gonna. Yeah, it's okay, it's okay. I'll watch that go, Joe. I'm doing another attempt, okay?
We wanted to be more pointing towards the name Big Wow, didn't we? Go out, come in. Bow into the wind. Still on the board. Great.
We're in, aren't we?
Let's actually move that way.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the past 3 years you've known us, and obviously you done our powerboat level 2 training to begin with, how do you think we've progressed?
Well, from today's scenario, we've just been out in quite a breeze you wouldn't want to really go out in. Simon on the helm, after 3 years you've come quite a long way. Simon is a clever lad and he's picked up on this twin engined 2 throttles. We went out in the wind this morning. Earlier on, we've come back in. It took a couple of attempts, but the improvement is huge. I won't say phenomenal, but it's huge. No, it's actually huge. practice. Practice. Coming in nice and slow, feeling what the elements are like. In fact, you've got a little way to go, but today was quite good actually. And coming from me, that's praise.
He never usually praises me. He just goes, do it again!
No, that was good. Today was, you've jumped up another level, honestly.
Can I say it's because I've got a very good teacher?
Yeah, no, it's,
You know, like we basically we can relate to each other.
Yeah.
I'm not very bright. Well,
No, so that's a pair of us. Between the two of us, we might make a whole one.
yeah. When I first met her, she was like numbers and stuff like that. I can't really do numbers, and then Richard's really good at numbers and so. And then he's realised that actually you can teach in a slightly different way. Richard's so adaptive with the way he teaches.
What you gain there is invaluable, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is.
But
Yeah.
today was gusting strong. It was 4 gusting 6. The wind on the bow, difficult day. It wouldn't normally go out on a day like this,
No,
would you?
no.
So it
But
was a good day to go and practice, wasn't it?
yeah, I mean sometimes it can be silly to actually go and do something that you probably shouldn't do, but the amount we've learned from that, you'll learn so much. But we had basically a lot of insurance policy, put massive fenders out, X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
Um,
Can't put too many fenders.
you
The
can't put too
ropes
many
ready to come back. We were prepared.
yeah, we were
weren't
prepared for it. Yeah.
Thought about it. You just didn't go out. Come back in as slow as you can in this wind.
Yeah.
Gives you time to think, and then even if you have to abort and go out and come in again.
Which we did.
Yeah,
You know, like,
yeah.
you've got to know when to
Don't try and
when
save
to
it,
pull out.
because that's
yeah.
when you're going to
yeah.
use too much throttle. You're going to get yourself in a mess in the middle, get all hyper.
Stay
Nice
calm.
and calm, and go out again and come in again. If it takes 10 times, doesn't matter, does it? You know,
Depends how many people are watching,
more
doesn't it?
practice. Well, there's nobody watching today.
That's a
why it
bonus,
was
yeah.
so good, yeah.
It normally is. I bet there was people watching them.
So we hope you enjoyed that little trip out on the boat, and if you want to follow along on more things what we do on this boat, we mainly do all the videos on our second channel, Ship Happens Adventures, so come over there to give us a follow. So thank you all so much for watching. See you all next week.